College with them, many of the Black Panthers, they were bringing some of that military discipline to the streets. Uh, so foundational Black Americans, they represent the oldest, most consistent tradition of patriotism, despite America's betrayal, white supremacist America's betrayal. From Crispus Attucks to Afghanistan and just beyond, foundational Black Americans, we fought in every conflict, served with distinction, shaped democracy, maintained and held up the integrity of civil rights. We fought for freedom globally. So yeah, we got to pop our collar to that. We got to pop our collar to that. Out here in Allensworth, there's a town called Allensworth that was started by Black civil rights veterans. Not civil rights, but Black Civil War veterans. So our veterans were phenomenal, and they still are. Shout out to all you current veterans now, all you brothers and sisters who served in the military. Hats off to you. Y'all give me a retweet. Let everybody know we're live. Let me get some of these calls in here. Let me talk to the family. Got a lot of folks in here. Mr. Devin Cahill. Devin, hop on in. Devin. All right. Mr. Devin, you trying to say something? All right. Mr. Devin ain't saying nothing. Let's get Spicy Monk in the building. Spicy Monk, hop on in. Hey, Spicy Monk, how are you?
Dude, I'm trying to get these fucking white boys to understand we need fucking white Hispanics in this country, dog. We
Well,
gotta up the white birth rate,
hold
dude. We
on.
gotta fucking bring people from the
Hey,
south.
watch your
That's
mouth.
all we gotta do.
Okay, dude, watch your mouth. What's with all that just gratuitous profanity? What's that about?
Bro, I'm drunk as fuck and I'm trying to fucking
All right. Well, if you drunk, get a sister's titty out your mouth and go sober up, man. Don't call up here with all that. Get around Black people and try to slum out. Don't do that. These people think they can just get drunk and slushy and then call us and come around us. No, let's get that slumming mindset away from us. And we got to stop all of that. These people with that slumming mindset, they can just come around us and just be degenerate. The white supremacists, they got a very bad habit of that. That's what they were doing with the Harlem Renaissance. That was a saying during the Harlem Renaissance, like, hey, let's go slumming. Let's go up to Harlem. That was kind of a thing. Yeah. They want to come around us so they can be damn degenerates. Watch your damn mouth, dude. Calling up here with that. All right, let me see who else we got. Let's get JP in the building. JP, Mr. JP, hop on in, sir.
What's going on, Tariq?
I'm good, JP. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I'm a white man.
Okay.
I uh I think we have to do something about this country and the blacks, how they make up for 53% of the homicides, yet only 13% of the population.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, why do you think that is?
I don't know. We need to figure that out.
I mean, you guys are very smart as the white supremacist society. Well, you haven't figured that out. The black people committing all that crime, according to you. I mean, damn, that's a problem, right?
I mean, why is it? Cuz they people talk about poverty line and all this, right? But then you look and it's like there's more poor white people than there's poor black people, Tariq.
Yeah.
So, but they're not making up for 53% of the homicides.
Right. So what is it about black people that's making them do all?
I think it's your animalistic behavior.
Okay. So like, where's that come from? Where does it come from?
It comes from you being black.
Oh, so it's just inherent.
Yeah,
Okay. So what's the solution? Since we're just inherently animalistic, what should be done to black people?
euthanized.
Why are you quiet now, sir?
I'm not. You heard me.
What? I didn't hear you.
I said euthanized.
Okay. So when are you going to start that?
We can start the process with you.
Okay, start it. Come start.
How are we gonna start? Where can we euthanize you?
Okay, how are you gonna do that?
I'm not sure. You tell me. Where
Yeah,
can we do
I
this?
can't. This is your narrative. I can't tell you your narrative. So okay, you're gonna euthanize.
Let me ask my other white brother, Devin.
Hold on, no, don't troll out because that's what y'all do. You white supremacists.
I'm asking my other white brother, Devin.
No, you white supremacists try to troll out. Okay, now when you gonna do the final solution? When is that gonna happen?
I mean, when can we make this process happen? How can I
How
meet
come
you to euthanize
how
you?
come you haven't done it?
I just asked you, how can I meet you to euthanize you?
I'm not hard to find. I'm everywhere.
Where are you, brother? I'm in New York.
Right, I'm in New York all the time. So how you gonna euthanize me?
I don't know. I remember a couple months ago you used to have like 2K in here at a time. Now you got 800. The fall off is nice. But still, I would love to euthanize you any day.
Trolling. And I'm on. I haven't been on.
Ah, yeah, stutter. You don't know what to say.
Don't try to troll out. I'm on TikTok for the most part. So a lot of folks are waiting on me to go on TikTok, which I'm gonna go on there later on tonight. So yeah, don't try to troll out now. You say some bum shit and then try to troll out of
He muted me, by the way,
yeah,
guys.
because you're trolling out of embarrassment. You're embarrassing yourself, right?
I'm not embarrassing myself.
Are
I'm
you?
having a conversation.
You're embarrassing yourself. You're saying a bunch of trollish nonsense.
Stop muting me,
I'm
dog.
talking, sir. What was all that supposed to be offensive or something? What was all that? We're not offended by that, and you're making yourself look bad as a white man. All right?
As a white man, me and you can meet up anytime. I'm gonna pour up this Modelo in honor of you right now, and I'm telling you, your race needs to be euthanized. You make up for 50.
Well, then why aren't you doing it then? Hmm?
You make up for
Right.
53%
You
of the hom.
said that you're repeating yourself like a woman. Okay, so why aren't you doing this euthanizing? Why are you not doing it?
How can we do this?
It's your idea. You're the white supremacist, right?
He keeps muting me every sentence.
Because you're trying to troll and you're not answering the question. You said euthanize. So how you gonna
All right,
you
Tariq. I
know
won't.
you can't do it because you get the mayonnaise slapped out of you. You can't run up on no brothers doing that. And
Tariq,
what's being euthanized are those white coochies of the white women in your community. They're being euthanized by soul poles. So you're being euthanized, right? Is that what you're upset about? You white supremacists are being euthanized because your women are out there bobbing on soul poles?
Tariq, I won't troll you anymore, bro.
No, you're not
Can we have a conversation?
trolling me. You're making a fool out of your damn self.
Can we have a convo? Can we have a regular?
You're not trolling me. You're making a fool out of yourself. So how do you feel about being euthanized? The white women are getting pulled down by the brothers. How you feel about that? Hmm?
Stop muting me. Free me. Free me. He
You
keeps.
said muting me. Yeah, how do you feel about you being euthanized by the brothers? How do you feel about that? Come on, JP, talk to me. Come on, JP. I mean, you're trolling.
Hello. Hello. Can I speak, dog?
Yeah, yeah. Now, how do you feel about that? Your women are getting piped down. How you?
I don't think that's the case. Not my woman. I actually euthanize black women myself.
Yeah, you corny. Your shit ain't even funny. Listen to you. That's why your women out there bobbing on soul poles. You're not witty. You're lame. That's why your woman or your sister, even your mom, she got a mouthful of soul pole right now somewhere, don't she?
Yo, bro.
Sucking the barbecue sauce off some brother's dick, right?
Yo, brother, listen. It's not going down like that, brother. All right. When I came in
Listen, you sound very embarrassed because your troll failed. You failed with your troll, and I can hear the embarrassment in your voice. Are you embarrassed because you got a black nephew? Is that what it is? Are you one of the
53% of the homicides in America
okay, you just keep saying the same thing. Are you upset because your sister got piped down by a brother and you got a black nephew? You
keeps muting me. 53%, you fucking
yeah,
animalistic.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You said the same thing. So
You're a fucking domesticated animal that
how do
needs to be.
you feel about having a black nephew from your white sister? How do you feel about that? Is he part of the 53% too, your black nephew? Hmm? Talk to me.
Stop muting me.
Okay, I'm asking you about your black nephew. Is he part of the 53% homicide rate?
Who's my black
You
nephew?
got a black yes. She got piped down by a brother and had a little Negro nephew.
I don't have a black
Yes,
nephew.
his name is Don Quarius.
Don Query. That's the most black shit I've ever heard in my
Why
life.
you upset? He's very black.
Don
Don
Quarius.
Quarius.
Wow, that's a name right
Let
there.
me get him on the phone. Hold on.
Hey, can you bring up another white man so that we can speak at the same time together?
Hey, cracker uncle, this your nephew John Aquarius. The fuck you talking about 53%, bitch? I ain't robbed nobody since I robbed your punk ass. You ain't even had no money in your damn wallet. You a broke cracker. How you a cracker and broke? Uncle JP, where you at?
Yo, Don Quarius. I'm sorry. I'm over here. I'm sorry. That's
How come when
that's
I go to your house it smell like wet dog and bussy? I don't like that. I'm a child. I got sinuses. Uncle JP, I found a meth pipe at your house. I'm gonna turn you into the authorities, cracker. You can't smoke meth around kids. Uncle JP,
yeah. I'm right here, big bro.
why my dick bigger than yours?
All right, you gotta. Can you cut the voice?
I got more dick than you.
Cut the voice. Yo, Devin, where you at, bro? You gonna let this fucking dude talk to us like this?
Oh, mm, all right. All right.
Oh, you're back. You're
All right.
back.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Your nephew. Yeah. He's getting a little vulgar for a child. I can't have that. I can't have that.
Right, right, Tariq. Listen, Tariq. Me and you, we've been speaking for years.
I don't remember you.
You
I
probably
don't even remember you.
you don't remember
I,
me. You barely remember. I've been
I
coming on
don't
your show.
remember you, crackers. It's so many of you, and you're so insignificant. I don't remember you.
And you know what's crazy is, can you just answer to me? You haven't answered me. Why you make up 53% of the homicides in America? Answer that question.
That's a lie. That's not true.
What do you mean?
That ain't true.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. No, it's not.
So hold on. Let's look at
No, it's
Chicago,
not.
right? Let's look at Chicago. Let's look at
Let's
Chicago.
look
Let's
at
look
you
at
lying. No, listen. The reality is nobody's more violent than you, low life white supremacists.
you can look at
You
New
can
York.
look up you white supremacists. Nobody in recorded history is more violent than you, right?
Listen, it's simple. You kill more than
You low
anybody.
life white supremacists murder people by the millions. You're the most homicidal people. You've normalized killing. We don't have a version of a Kyle Rittenhouse or Daniel Penny, these murderers that you parade around as heroes and claim it's self-defense. You guys are so degenerate. Your homicides are labeled as self-defense. You take up for each other. You're so damn degenerate. So yeah, you're not at liberty to talk about black people committing homicides. We don't commit the crimes and murders that you do. You take the cake on that, sir. All right, JP, you're a murdering low life with a low birth rate. All right. Thank you. Let me get some more people in here. All right. All right. Let's get Yusef. Mr. Yusef in the building. Mr. Yusef in the building, hop on in. Was waiting on his microphone to click in like it's supposed to. Yusef, what's up, man? Mr. Youssef, unmute your mic. Give me a thumbs up if you meant to get on. If you didn't mean to get on, I get you off. I don't want to spend time trying to get folks on and they didn't mean to get on. So you do okay. So there you go. Turn your mic on.
Yeah.
How you doing, Youssef?
Good morning, good morning, my brother
How
Tariq.
you doing, Youssef?
Uh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing great
I'm
too.
good. Now, where are you from again, Youssef? We spoke before, right?
Yeah, we spoke before. I'm from
Now, yeah,
Nigeria.
there you go. Are you in the UK or are you over here?
Now I am in Nigeria and I live in
Got
Nigeria.
it. Yeah. Okay. So what's on your mind, Youssef?
Yeah. Before I lay what I brought on, I have been listening to your conversation with the other guy, but look, why won't they just leave Africa alone at least for a start? And all the ideologies of depopulation has always come from the whites.
Yeah.
People like people like this man. What's his name? My brain is skipping. Sorry, but yeah, you know. The depopulation agenda is coming from the whites, and they have been trying to kill Africans in their numbers. And we have testimonies from many sources, many people, even in the Congress in America, about how they are working day and night to cause
Okay,
chaos. And
thank you. Okay, I don't. Okay, thank you, brother. I don't know where he was going. He just kind of going on and on. Thank you, brother. All right, silence. What's
Hello.
up, silence?
Hi, can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. What's going on?
Well, first of all, I've been listening to you for a couple years now. I'm very impressed with you. I'm originally from Canada,
Cool.
Toronto to be
Okay.
exact. And, I was listening to that dynamic individual, if you like to call him that. I think that'd be generous to say. Um, I, I, I think he has to uh, take in consideration that since slavery, since the first time they have seen us, transatlantic slave trade. I know you know these things, but if he's listening, he should can take these things in consideration. There's over 100 million Africans have died as a result of their degenerate, murderous behaviors. And as an organization, as a leading anti-youth gangs and gun violence organization, we study um, these incidents that take place. There's hundreds of mass shootings that happen every year, and we already know who that individual is. It's not black people,
Hmm.
and it's not any other race. It's only these white individuals that are engaged in this activity. They seem to be having like a selective um, memory when it comes to these things. They tend to focus on the bottom of the 10%. And anytime these things come up, I remind them, and I think they need to be reminded why they are as degenerate and as murderous as they
Oh
are.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's all I have to
Thank you so much.
start.
Thank you, brother. Ant CEO. Ant, what's up, brother?
What's going on, OG? How you feeling?
I'm good. What's going on with you, brother?
I really wanted to come up and debate that guy about the fake 1350 argument. They keep parading this fake stat around,
Oh yeah.
and you've debunked it a few times. I saw Daniel come up here and destroy this dude on it. I've debunked it a few times, but it's the most they always talk about IQ, but it's so funny because they never use this logic that they have. They only use the logic when it's beneficial. So they like to do things. One thing that you notice with a lot of these people is they'll bring up like white crime, and they'll bring up like how the white Latinos, like the Mexicans and the Arabs, when they come over to America, they'll classify as white, so their crime numbers are higher. So they understand that these crime numbers, in which these are actually arrests, not convictions, but they never add that context. They can understand it when it's their community, but when it comes to us, when we mention how these Africans, these Caribbeans, some of
They're
these,
still
you're
arrested.
still
They're still
talking. You're
arrested.
still talking. I didn't. I wasn't talking. You have to calm down. I know you have low impulse control, but you got to calm down and let people finish. So as I was saying,
You're low impulse, buddy.
Austin.
you got to calm your impulse control down, my guy. Being emotional, you act like a woman. Anyway, as I was saying, a lot of these
That's
people.
you. You were raised by just a single mother.
I
You
was
were raised
actually
by a
raised by
single
my
mother.
mother and my father.
Doubt it.
You can doubt it all you want to. I'm not here to go against that shit. You talking about emotions. I'm talking about facts. Anyway, as I was saying, as you can see, the low impulse control and the low IQ, he doesn't have actually a logical debate. That's why he's reverting to ad hominems, because he doesn't have any intellectual power. Anyway, as I was saying, they understand. They know how to use it when it's beneficial.
Okay, Ant
Africans and
CEO.
still
You're not a
talking, bro.
CEO of anything.
Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm not trying to have a dick measuring contest with a grown man on the internet. But so the Africans and the Caribbeans, some of these the Latinos, like these Dominicans, some of these Puerto Ricans, they classify as black as well. So their stats are higher. We're also the most exonerated. Um, we can talk about even biracials. Biracials, what do they classify
Prisons are
themselves
full of
as
black people.
sometimes as
Prisons
well?
are full of black people.
Still talking again, but the truth is, honestly, Tariq, the truth is, people like him, they're upset because he actually has no debate against what I'm saying. So you
Right.
notice how he's reverting to just personal attacks.
He's trying to
He doesn't have anything else to say. I'm gonna let Daniel take from here. Shout out to Daniel. I appreciate you letting me up, Tariq.
take it. Now, Austin. Austin.
Yes, sir. Yo, Tariq, I wanted to ask you something. What were you saying
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. No, Austin. Don't troll out in here. That shit is corny. All right.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm
Now,
sorry, bro. I'm
what's
sorry.
going on? Let's talk. What's happening?
Yo, what's up? I wanted to. Do you co-sign the death of FBA veterans?
Do I co-sign the death as a veteran? What kind of question is that?
Yeah, because veterans are recruited by law enforcement agencies, right? You know, a lot of veterans when they get out of war times, they go into law enforcement. Is that right? Do you agree with
What
that?
does that have to do with anything?
Because I remember a while back where you were talking about Rodney Hinton. I was in the library listening to listening to your video about Rodney Hinton and how you basically kind of celebrated the fact that he went out and killed that random cop after his son got shot justifiably. And I was wondering, do you since you're always talking.
Don't be a lying tether. I didn't celebrate anything. I didn't denounce it. I didn't celebrate, but don't lie. That's what we don't do. We're not going to do that.
Where you from, dude?
Me, Jacksonville. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Man, you European, Caucasian?
Nah, I'm black, bro. I'm full
You
black.
sure about that? Like where your people from though?
Jacksonville, Florida, bro.
Like before Jacksonville.
They're from the South all around.
Like three generations back from the South?
Nah, probably like 7 or 8, maybe even 9.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. So what do you have against police brutality?
I mean, does it exist in the modern era? Does police brutality exist?
I'm asking you.
I don't believe it does personally.
Gotcha, gotcha. Are you a socialist?
No, no, I'm not. I'm not. I believe in a free open market. I believe in capitalism.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So do you think that people should be punished for bad mistakes they make in the open market?
Yeah, yeah. That's the only way for transparency. Yeah.
Gotcha. You remember this event that happened, I want to say around 1775? That sound like a familiar year to you?
Yeah, yeah. It does.
Okay, okay. You had this group that decided they didn't want to be pushed around anymore, and they kind of said, you know what, no more. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. I do. I do.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you know that whole conversation when they were trying to get to the bottom of it, they had to have it based in facts. So if you want to have an honest conversation, you understand you can't start with a lie, right?
What's the lie?
I'm just asking the question. Just a general statement, but you would agree with that, all right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't have an honest conversation with the basis of a lie. You're right. I don't know what I've lied about though.
I mean, I'm just asking the question because I just want to make sure we got some type of understanding because
We do have an
if
understanding.
we
Yes,
if
sir.
we men and we having a discussion, we got to be able to like have some type of base level so we can all understand where each other's coming from.
Of
So
course, yeah, for sure, for sure.
so what seems to be your issue with like what we got going on here? Like you do understand that there are foundational Black Americans who served in the military who are
Yeah,
veterans. Some people we agree with ideology wise, others we don't, but that doesn't change their heritage or the sacrifices they made. Are you a veteran yourself?
no, no, man. I wouldn't. I couldn't even serve in that. I couldn't even be
Mm-hmm.
put in the draft. I'm in college, so I'm
Gotcha.
excluded from the draft.
Oh, so not because okay, so you went to college, so avoid
I'm
serving.
in college currently. I'm pretty young.
Oh, okay. What school you go to?
I go to University of Florida.
Okay, okay. So shouldn't you be doing other things besides trolling on the internet?
Nah, nah, man. It's Veterans Day, so we don't even have school tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So this is a pretty good off day for me. I finished all my homework. I got to start
Gotcha.
this project, but
So the
other than
crazy
that,
part
I got
about it is
enough
you,
time
you
today.
came into this conversation with a false accusation, which was
What's the
crazy.
false accusation?
You
This
said you
man's literally
celebrated
on
Christ.
record. That's one of his more popular YouTube videos. I'm talking about how Rodney Hinton, how he basically co-signed the Rodney Hinton going out and killing a random cop.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
on
How?
whoa,
record.
hold on, time out, time out, time out. You know, basically is doing a lot of lifting in that situation. You didn't say that not one time.
He said it exposes I think he
The
said
stutter.
it did not or he said something about it exposes
Stuttering your
I don't really remember what he said, but
Wait, wait, wait. So let me get it straight. So you don't
it's
remember what?
2 a.m.
Yeah,
right now. I'm tripping, but he
yeah.
oh,
said
It's two
it
a.m.
debunks something about black fragility and this will bring
So let me get
blacks
this straight.
together
It's
under a
two a.m.
common enemy of police
So
officers or
listen,
whatever he said. I
I
don't
didn't hear
remember.
that not one
I,
time. So it's 2
I,
a.m.
What did
It's
he
Veterans
say?
Day, and you're
What
lying.
Tariq? What did you say? What did you say? Back me up. Back me up here, Tariq.
no,
What did you say in that video?
nothing. What you said, you're lying.
Yeah, you
What
the
you
one with
said
that. You
something
the one with the
about black
accusation.
fragility. It said something about black fragility and I don't
Oh,
know, bro. You definitely co-signed the
oh,
death of that random
a
cop.
lot.
Have you kept up with the case?
With Rodney Hinton? No, I don't care about nothing like that. But
No, I'm
I
saying
don't
he's been deemed mentally unfit.
exactly. So why co-sign what he
No,
did?
I'm
Why
saying
sanction what he did?
that's
Why
not
sanction what he did?
co-signing. Listen, that's not co-signing. The government, I mean the
Okay, this is
governing
what he said.
body
This is
over
what
the
he said. It's
case,
coming back. This is what he said. He's
the
coming back.
governing body over the case has said that he does not have the ability to stand trial for the most part because he was not unaware of his actions. He was distraught.
Right.
You understand that
Oh,
that's a thing. So like that's the official position on
this
what
is
happened.
okay. I'm it's coming back. This man Tariq is on record saying, Brother Hinton said, "Hey man, hey, all you guys are a gang, so everybody can get it." And he laughed. He kind of chuckled about something like that. So that definitely is
So it's
co-signing what he did.
So
You said so
what?
black veteran are black police officers and white police
Oh,
officers all a part of the same gang? Or are
are
they
you
all
drunk?
part of the same gang?
Are you drunk right now?
you just saying.
No, but he definitely did say something
Okay,
like
okay.
that.
You understand what okay, so this is not even me or Tariq saying this. The federal government, the FBI, has stated that there are gangs inside the police departments, the
Wait, but I
outlaws, the regulators. I'm just telling you what the police has said, what the feds have said about this. They said that they cannot be trusted with confidential information because they themselves are gangs who require things like killing to be a part of the gangs. They even named regulators, outlaws, a bunch of other nonsense they got going on. So
so you're
yeah,
saying there's white supremacist organizations in law enforcement?
I'm not saying that the federal
Government
government is
said
saying
that.
that.
But the FBI is the federal government, which
That's what
by
they
your
They
said
said
logic,
though.
which by your logic would be run by white supremacists too, which
I
I
didn't
don't
say
believe
that.
it
Well,
is.
you never heard me say that. I'm just telling you what they said. They did an independent investigation on the situation
They
and
did
they
it.
found
So
out
is
there
the
are
federal
several
government
gangs inside
is
of the police departments. Yep, that's what they said. This
is
is
the
their
federal
conclusion.
government objective? Is the federal
Listen,
government not run by white
okay,
supremacists too?
so
By your logic?
earlier, I didn't say this by the way, but earlier your statement was there were the other guy was talking about 53% murders, whatever, right?
Yeah,
The
which is
same.
not what's not untrue.
It definitely is not true. That's not what happened. So what they do is arrests, not convictions. And then did you know that 53% of all murder convictions that are overturned are Black Americans.
Well,
So that means of all the ones overturned,
when you
it's
guys
us.
are arrested, when you guys commit the most amount of crimes, when you guys
No,
are arrested for the
that's
most
not
amount of
no
crimes,
no
it's likely
that's
you're
not how that
most
looks. That's
you're most likely to be
wait.
exonerated.
Hold
But
on, hold
look
on.
at
Wait,
one
what
second. Notice how he keeps saying "you guys." You notice how he keeps saying that? I'm gonna get you back on, Dan. I just wanted to stop there. He keeps saying how you guys. Where are you from? Where are you from? Because you always do that. You catch yourself slipping, you slip up and other yourself. Where are you from, Austin?
this is a white
This is a
man.
white man. Are you a white man, Austin?
nah man, I don't commit crimes, so I don't identify with the FBAs that commit crimes. So I do other myself from the people that commit crimes. I
Nah,
definitely other
that's not the
myself
type
from
of
them.
othering you was doing. At first you was see, I know what wait. Have you taken statistics yet?
Yeah,
So
I
you
got it. Yeah.
understand that, when I say 1 in 8 Americans have worked at McDonald's before, I'm not saying 1 in 8 Americans currently work at McDonald's. You understand the difference, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
But
so when you
but
look at the
it
numbers and it says 53% of arrests, right? What
yeah.
happens is in the murder, if they arrest 17 people to try to find who did the murder, those go towards stat line. But then
But
also you look at the number of exonerations and overturns, 52% of those
you're talking
are
about
Black Americans.
exonerations. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about if you
I'm giving you the number of how the stat breakdown
oh,
actually.
that's
When you
all
look at the
good and
raw
fine.
number, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You look at
that's
the
all
raw
good and fine.
number. All you guys do is quote the raw number. What I'm telling you is that when you look at the numbers that FBI broke down about the cops that have in gangs, they have shown they make a significant impact on cases based on which gang prosecutes who or brings forth the cases.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
again, this is the federal government. It's not me saying this, by the way.
Yeah, and
These
the
are
federal. I'm just pointing out how hypocritical you are when you say that the federal government and local law enforcements aren't linked, as if to say that the federal
when have
government
you heard me say that?
isn't run by white supremacists as
Wait.
well.
When have you heard me
No,
say
but
that?
I'm no, but let me get back to this. Let me get back to
No,
this.
no. Because see, now you're
I
doing that
want you
thing
to
where you
look at.
assume when I say something. I never said that.
No, but I'm telling you that. I'm telling
No,
you that the
so
federal
you're
government is
saying
not
that.
objective. I'm telling you the federal government is not objective.
Wait, so you saying the
I
federal
personally
government, when investigating itself, is not objective?
It's you're it wouldn't be objective if it's saying that white supremacists are running law enforcement
So
agencies, local law enforcement
it
agencies.
put out a police report about itself. It put out a report about itself that made itself look bad.
You're saying no. You said that they say that white supremacists are running local law enforcement
See,
agencies. That's
here's what
not
you know.
true.
Here's what you don't understand about this young fella. This is what they did, right? So the federal government goes to the
No, but can I make this point real
no,
quick?
I will. I got you after this. I promise. Just wait up. Deep
All right, I
breath.
got you. I got
The
you.
federal government goes to the Senate because they have the purse, Congress, and they ask for more money. Now, the way they get more money is if they can prove they can handle more cases. Now, they've always known these people have ran these local police departments, but in order to get more money to prosecute more cases, they just simply expose them for what they was. That's something they already knew because the federal government does it too. I'm not saying the information they gave is wrong. I agree. I'm saying they've had it for a very long time, and they only did it to increase their budget. That's how politics works. You understand this when you graduate and you get into the real world and you find out just being a white man is not enough because you guys are being replaced by H-1B1 visas. That's another conversation for a different day. So
I mean, there. I
when I
mean, they're
tell you that
getting
they are
Trump's.
actually, they're not
Okay.
lying about that, telling the truth. So yeah, they definitely got the raw data. They got all the information. They broke it down. They submitted it, which is why you started to see more funding go to the federal police because they can prove that there are white supremacists actually in these gangs and uh, with these bad practices and bunch of phony cases.
I mean, but okay. I guess what you're saying is true, but I mean, the argument against the 53% for the 13 commits 53% should be
No, no,
that
well, it's
black
not
areas are
commits.
that
It's
black
not.
areas are
Well,
over policed.
time out. It's not commits, right? It's arrested for. Get the
Arrested.
stat
No,
line
but
right.
you should say because black areas are over policed, because by your logic I think you think that black areas are over policed because they're
I
black.
didn't say
You
that.
should say
That's
that.
not. Look, don't assume what I'm saying. I don't do that. I just stick to the numbers. The numbers simply say that when
No,
you
but
look at the
dude, you
arrest
gotta look at
records,
the prison system, because most black people when they get black people when they get arrested,
you're
when we
assuming
get
something.
arrested, we go to jail.
What's your
Black
point?
people when they get convicted, they go to prison.
What's your point?
The prison systems are vastly black. They're over 50% black.
What is
So
your point?
I'm telling you that the arrest number makes sense if the prison systems are full of black people, FBA specifically.
If you
So
go look at
I'm just telling you,
if you look at
go
any
look at
type
the
of
data with the prison systems.
if
It
you look at
doesn't
any
matter
type
about
of
exonerations.
if you look
The
at
prison
any
systems
type
are
of
full of black people.
organization around the world, I mean in America, including the military, by the way, you will see that black people often receive harsher penalties than their Caucasian or immigrant counterparts.
They still
Again, that's not
committed a
me.
crime. They still are
No, no,
accused
no,
of a crime.
no. I'm
Have
saying
you
if
put
you look at the
yourself?
numbers, you'll see what I'm saying. It's different, right? Justice is justice. It's
Have
supposed to
you
be
put yourself
blind.
in a situation where you've even been accused of a crime? Because you're on X at like 2:30 Eastern time, so you definitely haven't put yourself in a situation where you've even been accused of a crime.
I mean,
How
this
come
is
a lot
not
of black
this.
people find themselves in situations where they're even accused of a
And a
crime?
lot of them find themselves standing around being falsely accused, and then 20 years later, they're
I
still
don't
coming
know
to
if
you and
that's
apologizing
happening
for it.
in this generation. I don't know. It maybe was
Well,
happening in the
look, again,
1960s and
again, this is not me.
1970s.
This is
But
not me saying this, but if you look at the numbers, 53% of all exonerations for murder are black people in America, from
yo,
America.
someone grok this for me. What
Look it
percentage
up.
of the prison systems are black? What percentage of the prison systems are
That's
black?
completely relevant
And
to the point
that'll
I'm
give
making.
you that's not irrelevant at all. That
It's
directly
completely
ties in.
irrelevant. All it does
Ties in.
is
When
show
you
that
get
the person
convicted
to
of a
be
crime, you
falsely
go to
convicted is
prison.
more than likely going to be a foundational black American.
When you get convicted of a crime, you get sent to prison.
That's
So I
because
don't know.
bias is still exists.
That directly ties into it because
I mean,
the prison systems are full of black people.
this is ridiculous. What's your major again?
I'm actuarial science.
What?
I'm actuarial science. You wouldn't know what that is, but
No, I'm saying like what the thing? I just go to school for whatever. Anyway, whatever. I get
no,
it, man.
it's a solid job. There's a decent amount of jobs open for it, so
No,
that's
it's
why
not.
that's
It's
what
about to be over. All
it's
right, whatever.
somewhat like it's kind of like data analytics, but whatever.
Yeah, and AI can't do that. Whatever. Anyway, but that's your
AI can
shit.
do basically anything,
Anyway,
bro. I
but
don't
look,
know
all
what
right.
you're saying.
Appreciate the information,
That's not a
man.
logical.
This kid's drunk. Yeah, sober up, kid, man.
This guy didn't prove anything.
Yeah, you do because you just trolling basically.
Yeah,
That's not
you don't
trolling. That's
you,
not trolling. You haven't been able to bunk whatever I said. It's only logical to
bro.
conclude that black
You
people
just
commit,
admitted. No, no, no. That's just not what it means. That means literally the system itself is telling you that hey, we get it wrong, and half the
and
time we
they
get
get
it
it wrong,
wrong.
and they get it wrong.
Okay, if
Yet
we
the
make a
prison
list, all
systems
right,
are
look, you know
majority
what?
black. The prison
Because
systems are majority
you
black.
said you took statistics, right?
Of course I did, bro.
So
Yes,
if they
I'm
have
a math
exonerations,
major.
Oh, congratulations. So this should be very easy, simple math for you to keep up with. If we make up 13% of the population and half the exonerations for a specific crime
And
is us,
and more than half the prison
listen,
system, and more than
listen,
half the prison
listen,
system.
listen, 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 and you'll learn. You jumping ahead. If
That's
we
not
make
jumping
up,
ahead. That's a logical conclusion, bro.
kid,
You
listen,
need to learn
listen,
logic. You just need to
listen,
learn logic.
listen to the whole story. You can't solve the problem. You got all the variables, right? All right, listen. Anyway, if we make up 13% of the population, like they claim, and 50% of the exonerations for murders are us, that shows you a disproportionate amount. True or false?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so that means if they were to get it wrong, statistically speaking, who would they falsely accuse at a higher rate?
Black people.
Okay, dumbass. That's how it works. Like, how do you, like? What they
Falsely,
teach young people these days?
you're talking about false
No, I'm saying
accusations. I'm talking about people who have been
if you
convicted
are exonerated from, if you are exonerated,
of
you
those
understand.
same
You
mur-
understand what exoneration
you
does,
talking
right?
about
It overturns a
exoneration. You're
conviction.
talking about exonerations.
That's overturning a conviction,
But
genius.
I'm talking about the people who are sitting in prison right now.
Do you understand?
All those people are not likely to be exonerated. You do understand that,
Do
right?
you
You know the
understand
likelihood of
what it
exoneration?
takes for them to
Look up the
overturn a
likelihood of
conviction?
exoneration. Look up the
Yeah, I'm sure I know what the numbers are, but check it out. The likelihood of exoneration is what? And then 50% of that belongs to who? That's reinforcing my point. Uh,
Austin.
I think this kid is drunk.
Yeah, he's drunk.
He might be
Like
high or something.
you're not proving anything, bro. I'm telling you, if you go to any prison
You
system
said
today,
yes to every one of my questions.
you'll find majority black people. By that
Okay,
logic,
that's not even an argument.
the conversation's over. The conversation's over. Black people
No, 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 no. That
commit
means
a disproportionate amount of crimes, and they get
that's not true.
arrested for a disproportionate amount of crimes, and they get convicted of a disproportionate amount of
Okay,
crimes. The
okay. So
conversation's over.
what's the percentage of Caucasian men in this country again?
Aren't they like damn near 60 or 61, 62, something
Mm-hmm.
like that?
Like 29 or something like that. Just the men.
White men? Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, they're probably like they might be 30. Yeah, they're closer to 30. You're right.
Yeah. All right. So, and they commit 80% of the violent sexual assault crimes. Did you know that?
Violent sexual assault. Yeah, so they're probably arrested for violent sexual assault. Granted, that doesn't happen often. They're not a that's not it's not an often crime committed. So
It really is, and they do it a lot.
which murder's not a crime
Exactly.
that's
Murder's
committed
not
often.
common. There was 8,000
But I
murders last
mean,
year.
black people commit other crimes like
Listen,
robbery,
listen. 8,000 murders last year for a country of
aggravated
350 million
assault,
people is not a lot.
aggravated assault. So that violent
Yeah,
crime,
white people commit the same type of crime. So you know what? They get less
not
time
at
for it.
not at a rate that black people commit, bro.
You're right. You're right. Actually, it's at a higher rate.
It is not.
Yes, it is. That's why they have to use the per capita thing so it can make sense. Because if
No,
you don't,
no,
if you
it's
just look at
per.
the raw numbers, you know, like I know, if you just look at the raw numbers, it's not even close.
I haven't really looked at the FBI crime
I
statistics
can
recently,
tell you
but
haven't done it because you don't know what you're
I
talking about.
think I think it is in raw numbers. I think black people
No,
commit the most. I
No,
know for a fact they commit the most murders. In total, they commit the most murders.
you consider drunk driving murder?
Um, I mean, no.
Why not? You taking a life?
Killing someone while drunk driving is murder, but just drunk driving
Yeah, that's
itself
what I'm
is not
saying.
a
Killing
murder.
killing somebody while drunk driving. They commit 12,000 of those a year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's not. I guess it's all about intent. I don't think they intended to
No, no, no.
kill
That's not,
someone.
what does that matter? How
Well,
much does
yeah,
that
when
matter
you're
to the person that
convicted of,
died?
I mean, that's like I'm not an expert in the law. You're
also,
probably
I
also
know.
another thing they don't explain with black people, a group of black people will get charged for murder when one person commits a murder. They don't do that with white people. That's another thing. One black person commits murder, and the other black people who knew the guy or whatever, they'll charge them with the same murder. So five black people will go to jail for murder. So you got five murderers, and they didn't even pull the trigger, but they'll get charged with murder. That doesn't happen with white people. For example, Max B, the rapper who just got released, he was in jail for murder, but he wasn't the murderer. It was some people that he was connected with. So that's another thing. They don't do that with white people. In fact, white people who pulled the trigger, they get the benefit to say, well, it was some kind of self-defense, like a Kyle Rittenhouse or people like that.
Well, no, it's because mainly young black men,
That's how they
when
got
they
Tay Tay, because he
congregate,
didn't actually
when
shoot
young
anybody.
black
He was
men
just there.
congregate, when young black men congregate like that, they usually, when young black men get around each other, especially like when they're under 21, under
Yeah,
my
the
age,
stereotype.
they get around each other and they tend to do very bad things when they get around each other.
What are you talking about, man?
Same with white boys, but when they congregate, they usually go rob someone, they rob an individual person. And so if all of them intended to harm that person and you know,
Stop trolling. All right, because now your trolling is getting bored. Now you're trolling. We're not going to do that. Stop trolling. All right, bring some facts and stop trolling.
is that not how dude, if you look at it,
Oh,
my dad was in Alabama, but my dad went to Tuskegee, which is funny, Tariq. That's why you claim I'm not FBA. My dad went to fucking Tuskegee. My bad for cussing.
no,
My dad went to Tuskegee.
you
So
said was a
bro, my dad's 67 years old. He went to Tuskegee University.
said your granddad was a sharecropper. You're 21. You were born in 2004, dude. Your grandfather was no damn sharecropper, and you're 21. Are you insane? You think we can't count?
No. My
Just
mom's
lying for
like
no reason.
my mom's 64 and her she didn't really have a dad. So
Your mom
it was
had
my
you at
mom's
43.
mom's
Your
it
mom,
was my mom's dad that was a sharecropper. And so he died when I was he died probably a couple days after I was born got it a couple days before I was born. So he was like 95 when I was born. So he died a couple days before I
Your
was.
mom had you when she was 43 years old.
Yes, or something like that. Yeah,
You sure?
around there. Positive. Yeah, my mom had me really late. My mom had
Nah,
me really late.
this dude's trolling. Look, all right,
I'm
appreciate it,
not
Tariq.
trolling, bro. I'm just
You
telling you
idiot.
facts. But
yeah,
I'm saying though, like, not Tariq. You telling me bad things don't tend to
sir,
happen when black people get around each other. Young black people get around each other.
heard you a lying tether. All right, and you've proven yourself to be a liar over and over again. Just like you said, I celebrated um what's his name and yeah, you lied about that. And if you lie about one thing, you lie about something else. So you've established yourself as a lie tether troll.
Bro, no, I'm not Tariq, bro. I just wanted to ask you.
Get your ass out of here. All right. Lying tether troll. All right, Ray, let's get Ray in here. Yeah, I think Austin might be like moist. And a lot of these trolls, they'll just these dudes, they just like to talk to men. So they just keep saying dumb shit so a man can keep talking to him. I think he's laying in his bed in a thong. He sounds like one of them. A lot of these dudes, that's how they flirt. These sassy, bussified dudes, that's kind of how they flirt. They just say a bunch of dumb shit so a man can talk to them. They want men to talk to him. And he's sitting up there rubbing a stick of damn margarine on his stomach, just doing some real moist shit while I'm not trying to help this nigga get off. All right. Ray,
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing, Ray?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I just wanted to say, bro, I appreciate you. You feel me? I've been listening to
Yes,
you for about 2 months now,
yes, sir.
and you say exactly how I always felt. And it's
Mm,
like, damn. I'm thinking like I have been. I come across a lot of people who try to speak up for us, but they got a different agenda for somebody else. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? But you the only person I've ever came across with a platform that speak up for what we need as us, not nobody else. Us, not no
Mm,
immigrants, not you did you bro. Me and the immigrant make the same amount of hour, but he get food stamps and I don't qualify for him.
mm, mm.
They say I make too much, but
Wow.
he get food stamps.
Mm,
So that I'm like that shit like that. You speak up for people like us, and don't nobody do that but you. And that's dangerous. But man, hats off to you, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. I started following you on TikTok under Blackbeard, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up.
man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. He brought up a good point, man. Our people needed representation. We needed somebody to speak up. I don't know all this scared shit. No, dude, I have too much respect and love and honor for our lineage to just let people disrespect, let people try to erase us. No, we're not. No, no, no. And I don't mind offending other people. If you're not going to respect our lineage, you should be disrespected. You should be offended. Yeah, I'm not. I don't play that go along to get along shit. When we got folks just blatantly disrespecting our lineage, just like Austin, he's a tether. And now what they're doing, they're trying to pretend that they're foundational Black American. They're trying to fake the funk. We no, stop it. You're a tether, and we're just not letting tethers disrespect no more. We're not letting the white supremacists disrespect. We're not letting tethers disrespect. We're not playing that game. All right. Let's get Victor. Victor, hop on in. Victor, unmute your microphone, sir. All right, Mr. Victor, you ain't saying nothing.
Oh, hey, I'm right here.
There you go. What's going on with you, Victor?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, Victor? What city you in, by the way?
Well, I just kind of jumped in. I was listening to what everybody else was talking about. Um, I feel like I shouldn't even make a point, but
Go ahead.
I'm not foundational black at all. I'm actually a white guy.
Oh,
Grew up poor,
really?
broke.
Oh my God, I never would have guessed that. But go ahead.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. One thing that's kind of always confused me. I'm 43.
Yeah.
I grew up in '90s. Hip hop was a prevalent thing. You know, we grew up. I mean, I grew up listening to rap music. I grew up broke. I grew up poor. You know, I never grew up hating black people at all.
Okay.
But I feel like there's a generational gap. Like my dad, different. There was no love for your community
Right.
at all.
Okay.
But I feel like my age group catches just as much heat as their age group. There's no mm, grace given to 40 and under, 80s babies, 90s babies. Am I off on that? Or,
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no. If you white, yeah, you're not treated like us systematically. Oh no. Oh.
oh, no, no, no. I'm not saying that at all.
Okay. So what are you saying exactly?
I don't know. You caught me off guard.
Okay.
I wasn't ready to unmute my mic.
Thank you so much. Okay, he's not. Okay. All right. He's he can't articulate what he's feeling. He's like he's one of the I'm not racist, dude. I love rap. I ate some barbecue chicken. There was a black girl who was kind of hot for a black girl. I liked her, dude. Yeah, okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Hood Asian. Let's get Hood Asian.
Hello, sir. What does FBA stand for?
Okay. Now if you have you followed me before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you know. What part of Asia are you from?
I'm from China, but I have a question. What do your lips taste like?
So slow down, because you're trolling. I knew some trolling was going to come, and I missed what you said.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry about that.
yeah, yeah, you're stepping over your trolling. That's why you got to slow your trolling down. You got timing. Y'all got to understand how to time it. You troll too fast. I knew the trolling was coming. When you come in talking about what is FBA, that means you're going to start trolling, and you trolled so fast that I was talking over, and you didn't even get your troll point out. Before you get into your lame, corny trolling, hood Asian. What makes you a hood Asian?
Oh, because I'm broke.
So that makes you hood.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of you Asians are broke.
Yes, we're all hood. Everyone who's broke is hood.
Right, right. That's why y'all have to come over here. How long you been over here?
I've been here for a couple years now, bro. I like it, bro. I like it for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you didn't answer my question though. What do your lips taste like?
Um, like your mom's breast.
God damn, bro. You fucking troll better than me.
Yeah, man.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it tastes like breast milk and teriyaki sauce from your mom. You know, because that's what I've been sucking on. I don't know.
Bro, I want to bite your lip. Actually, matter of fact, I have a quick question for you. What is FBA, bro? Because you keep posting about
That's
that, but I don't know what that is.
that's what your mom said. All right. And that's why you did you know your mom had a hankering for the soul hole?
I don't have a mom, bro. She's back in China, bro. I haven't seen her since I got birth.
Oh yeah, but
But what does FBA stand for, bro?
they wrote that pussy back to China. That's what happened.
Oh, this mother.
Some brothers wrote that. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, is it pronounced Tarek or Tariq?
Yeah, either way you want to pronounce it. Your mom says Tyree. She leaves the Q out. All right, that's what she says when she's getting smashed. So she says it. Say it like she said, Tyree. Tyree,
Okay. Tariq.
love you long time.
What does
All right?
what does FBA stand for, bro? Like I keep asking you, bro.
Mhm. Yeah, you already know that. You already know that.
Okay. You think I can stay up and speak here and
And
farm
what,
forward?
you know what it
My
stands
fault.
for in the case of me and your mom? Forever,
Let me know.
forever banging Asians.
I thought I stand for like Fat Bitches America or like
Oh
Fat Bitches
no,
Association.
forever banging Asians, banging that Asian cooch, that good sweet Asian cooch. Yes, indeed. So anyway, are you like one of these incels, like one of these 4chan incels who don't get no ass, or are you like a
Yeah. You watch basketball, sir?
okay? God damn, boy, you lame. Damn, you ain't got no material.
Do you
Okay, let me get some people. Boy, these folks, they ain't got no wit. Even I'm trying to help him with his trolling, it's still not witty. All right. Speaking of moist, we got TS Giselle. Where's TS Giselle been hiding? What's up, TS Giselle? Unmute your microphone.
Good evening.
Where you been hiding?
The queen has returned. Can you hear me?
Where you been hiding, TS?
So I want to be very clear, Tariq. I have not been hiding. I voluntarily left your platform because of how you did me. I want to be very clear.
I do.
After I went to Africa, after I went to Africa, I have a passport. Something that, most of the people here don't have. Um, I was crowned. I won a crown. I wore my title very well. People attacked you for it,
Wait, so
and I felt like, hold on,
so
because I've been waiting to have this conversation with you for 10 months.
they crowned you in Africa? What are you talking about? Did they
I was crowned the first lady of FBA, fair and square.
did they think you were Edie Amin or something in Africa?
They actually love me in Africa. Um, anyway, what I wanted to say to Rick was I voluntarily left because I thought that I had established a rapport with you that was funny. It was comedic relief. Um, I just sat through 30 minutes of you talking to Daniel. Boring. Like, what?
No,
And whoever that weird
brings facts.
guy is,
Daniel brings facts and heat.
Daniel, he may bring facts, but Daniel's also boring. He's
Always,
not entertaining.
always.
No one can get on the stage the way that I do and go toe to toe with you. And Tariq, I see much has not changed. I see you still, those lips are still crispy like you got Crisco oil on them.
Well, no, that well, no, the soul is on that pussy of yours, and you out there selling it in Africa to.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yes, you
I wasn't.
was selling pussy to Nigerian scammers. So that's
Okay. And I see nothing has changed from you. Your $5 Montel Jordan.
took all your money. They took your big back RuPaul, so they took all your money.
Oh no, Tariq. Oh, you must haven't heard the news.
Oh, what's the news? Uh
Oh, see, the TS got a hold of some Ozempic. The TS is snatched.
oh.
Snatched. Okay. I've been on Ozempic. It'll be a year in December. The
Uh
TS is snatched. Okay.
oh. So now,
Let's be very clear.
so now you're slinging pussy skinny now. Okay, all right,
I mean, now I did want to say this, though. I got to talk to you something politically as well.
all right.
I wanted to say this, Tariq. Um, this, ever since I voluntarily left your platform, people bombard me. Where is the TS? Why is the TS never on Tariq's stage? They even told me that you done tiptoed over to TikTok.
Yeah,
Someone told me today that they're all in the comments. Where's TS Giselle? We miss TS. Why does TS never talk to Tariq?
I don't know
So
that. I don't know anybody who say all that.
that's what the streets are saying. That's what they're talking about in these FBA streets, that they miss the TS's presence because no one can come on this stage and do what I do. I pop in every blue moon. It's given boring and tired, and no one can do what I do. Okay, let's be very clear.
All right. Well, you go ahead and keep slinging that bussy on OnlyFans and getting you some Nigerian scammers. Then, all right. Let me get some more people in here. All right. All right. Let's see who we got. Shout out to everybody in here. And by the way, family, don't forget we have an event this Saturday at the Hidden History Museum, ladies and gentlemen. We got an event this Saturday. It's going to be on and popping. It is the Hilarious Harvest Hangout at the Hidden History Museum. Y'all need to come on down and be a part of it. Get your tickets at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Y'all need to be a part of that. It's going to be a stone vibe, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss that. All right. Let's get some more calls in here. Y'all raise the hands, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody raise your hands. Let me see who's who in here. Let me get y'all in here in a minute. Let's see who's who in the place. Hold on, let me just get my recording. I'm always having, for some reason lately, I've been having technical difficulties with my recording devices when I go on here. That's why I like TikTok. TikTok, it's the interface is a little bit better. It's a little better. You could see people, and it's a whole different vibe. But I gotta come over here to chop up with the family. I still come over to chop up with the family. Um, Let me see. Y'all raise the hands, raise the hands. Hood Asian, you're boring, you're trolling failed, sir. So just charge that to the game. You're not that witty. Let's get Ebony Lexi. I had Ebony, I was talking to her on TikTok the other day. What's up, Ebony? How are you, dear? What's up, Nice Day? I see you down there, Nice Day. I know you.
Hi, I'm well. How are you
Hey,
tonight?
how you doing, dear?
Well, this morning, I was calling because I wanted to talk to that dude, Austin,
Yeah,
but he already had hung up. Because I think I told you before that I worked in the prison,
yeah,
and when I worked in the prison, I don't know how it is like all over the United States, but I worked in Massachusetts State Prison, and there was more Hispanic people in there than anybody.
oh yeah,
So there was more Hispanic people in there, and so maybe like 40% Hispanic. Then it could have been about 30% black people. But when I say black people, I'm not talking about just FBAs, black as far as the color of the skin,
yeah,
Jamaican, Haitian, just different races and nationalities of the black people as far as the skin. And then it was white people, and then maybe like 5% Asian. There was like one Asian person in there, like where I worked.
yeah.
But more of the white people that were in there, they were more lifers, and they were in there for murder.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The black people, there were a couple lifers that did murder, but they were more so in there for like drugs and things like selling drugs. It was more murder in the white people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just wanted to like debate with this dude because he really didn't know what he was talking about. The prisons aren't flooded with black people. It's more Hispanic than anything.
there you go. Thank you so much, Ebony. But yeah, you got
Yeah.
he's arguing in bad faith. Yeah, so you're bringing facts to a lying tether troll. Yeah, they when they're arguing in bad faith, it don't even matter. They can be debunked, and they're just going to start trolling out. But I'm gonna go over to speaking of TikTok, I'm gonna hit a TikTok space tonight. So y'all follow me over there on TikTok. Y'all hit me up, follow me over there, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Get tickets to join me this weekend at the Hilarious Harvest Hangout. It's going to be a